Welcome to You Can Be Healed with Connie. In this episode, I want to share 6 mindset tips that can help you become more happy in your life. If happiness is a choice, then why aren't you choosing it? You will be surprised that most of the time it's because people don't even know what makes them happy. Many of them don't know what they want. They blindly follow what others think of happiness and make them their own version of happiness. The truth is, there isn't one right way to be happy. There isn't a specific formula that everyone must follow to find true happiness. And what makes one person happy may not work for another, because happiness is deeply personal. But it is possible, it's already within us, and it's entirely up to each of us. We all have power to take control of our own happiness because it's really our choice and decisions to make ourselves happy. No one else has control over it. Before we continue, if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel, and this is Connie. I am a limiting beliefs and miracle mindset coach and a certified emotional healer. I publish new episodes every week to share inspirational topics on limiting beliefs, miracle mindset, how to grow through life with ease and grace, and how to be the best version of yourself by changing your perspectives in life. So remember to subscribe to my channel to show me some support and get notified on my weekly episode. Now let's get started. Life does bring certain obstacles that can challenge everything we've ever known about being happy. There are times when it is difficult to find the joy and the light, when it feels like everything has been turned upside down and backwards. And I understand that when you are in that situation, if someone telling you that happiness is a choice, it may be the last thing you want to hear. But it's being able to find that spark, that light, that one thing you can hold on to that will allow you to light up the way through the dark. And following that light, knowing that happiness is a possible option, can make all the differences in your world. So, what do you need to remember if you want to be truly happy? Below are 6 tips that I would like to share with you. First, stop dwelling on the past. This is one of the most common things why people are not happy. Many of my clients also are not aware they keep reliving in their past. I want you to remember that the past will only has power over you if you continue to carry it around with you. The past is a place of reference, not residence. The past is a place of learning, not a place of living. Everyone has a past. It may be full of mistakes, pain, disappointment, missed opportunities, and unfulfilled expectations. If you strongly dislike the past event, why spend so much time there? No matter what your past looks like, they have come to the past and is now the history. The past experience cannot be changed and undone. Allow yourself to let them go. Continuing to wish what things should have been done another way will not change what has already happened. Let go of that demand and use what you have learned to engage in a better experience today and onward. So don't let it influence you and stop punishing your future for your past mistakes. Make the present moment meaningful and worth remembering. So how? Only by acceptance of the past you can transform it. Tell yourself that you are not the same person as you were anymore. You are not in that environment. You are now much wiser and stronger. You are a better version now than your past. Remind yourself your past is now a history and it has no power over you. Instead, thank your past for making you who you are today and say goodbye to it. If you feel that someone, either yourself or others, you need to forgive, I have a forgiveness guided meditation that can help you move on easier. I will share the link in the description below and at the end of this episode. Second, stop focus on what's missing. Look at what you actually have. If you are not grateful for what you already have, what makes you think you would be happy with more? It's like you're telling the universe, I won't be happy whatever you give to me. Be grateful for what you have. You could waste hours counting the things you would like to improve, which would only take you away from appreciating your present moment. If you are in a bad place in your life and are unhappy with everything about it, it can be job, relationships, finances, family, or health, etc. You can be miserable. But here's something interesting, because it can also be preparing you to be stronger, wiser, for the better thing that is on the way to you. It's really how you want to take it. I've been in situations where things were really tough and I was so depressed about my life and I didn't know how I could carry on. But guess what? I made it and I'm still here today. I then realized it wasn't the external circumstances made me miserable, but it's my mind. My mind and the limiting beliefs were the ones that created all the emotions that made me feel so hopeless. And fortunately, because I practiced Buddhism and mindfulness, and I was able to find that one little spark in the darkness, and I followed through that light. I've learned to shift my focus and be appreciative for what I had at that time, instead of focusing on that situation, and I refused to believe that's my reality. I chose to believe I have the power to create my life. Then I started focus on the future that I want to create and the person I want to become. I trained myself to focus on gratitude and the things I want to create. That's when my life started to change. It may not be easy in the beginning, but it's all about your decision and make the choice. If I can do it, you can do it too. You have the power to control your mind and your thoughts. Don't let them fool you. Third, never be too harsh on yourself. You have been criticizing yourself for years and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens. Forgive yourself for not knowing everything you should have known. Be gentle with yourself. You're doing the best you can at that time. Many of people are their own hardest critics. Accept that you will never be perfect and none of us will. And this is okay because we were not born to be perfect. We were born to be real. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to make mistakes. and that's how you can learn, grow, and be better. Being perfect is not a goal, and it's not possible. You will only hold you back from being who you want to be and achieving your goals. However, you can always be better than you were yesterday. You are enough just the way you are, and you are a miracle. Forgive yourself for not knowing everything you should have known, and be proud that you've been doing what you can and how far you have come. Don't beat yourself up, and give yourself more love and compassion as you would give to others. You yourself, as much as anybody in the entire universe, deserve your love and affection. You absolutely deserve it. So what I love to do is, I love to give myself compliments in front of the mirror. I would tell myself how wonderful I am. I would tell myself I love you. If I make mistakes, I will ask myself, what did I learn and how can I be better next time? So remember, talk to yourself as you talk to your loved ones. Encourage yourself as like you encourage your loved ones. Give yourself permission to love yourself unconditionally. And that is not selfish, that is necessary. Fourth, stop seeking approval from others. True happiness is when you are living your life without waiting for anyone's approval. We all have our insecurities and our flaws. We all have something we don't like about ourselves. Even the most beautiful or successful people you see, you will be surprised how many of them are suffering inside. Again, the ultimate truth is we are not perfect and nobody is. Everyone lives life at a different pace, which makes us each special and beautiful. And the fact is, it doesn't really matter what you do in life. There will always be someone who isn't happy with it. There will always be someone to tell you that your decision wasn't the right one. There's always going to be someone who's more successful or has more material things than you. From the outside looking in, you would think, but in reality, they could be thinking of others in the exact same way. When you've completely loved and honest with yourself, none of those things will matter anymore. You are perfectly fine the way you are. You were made this way on purpose. You stand out. You are not like everyone else, and for all the wrong you think you see in yourself, other people see far more right. You are all great just the way you are, right now. At this moment, exactly as you are. So you don't need anyone's approval, and no one has the power to approve you. The sooner you embrace your uniqueness and the differences between you and other people, the happier you will be. Fifth, embracing change. Change the changeable. Accept the unchangeable, and remove yourself from the unacceptable. You might think it is not easy to change the old pattern and habits. You may also feel confusing and scared to make such a shift away from your comfort zone in order to embrace the unknown. However, no matter how difficult it may seem, change is inevitable, and shifts are necessary when the time comes to free ourselves from the confinement of our mental, emotional, or physical state. You can't move on to the next chapter in your life if you keep rereading the past pages. Your old self who no longer serves you was once your first choice, and you chose it because you believed it. Remind yourself that you did your best at that time. Embracing change and realize that change is not an adversity, but an opportunity to improve yourself, improve your life, and try new things. Have faith that things always happen for a good reason, so as change. 6th, take full responsibility of your own life. If you want to take control of your happiness, then you have to stop blaming others and take responsibilities for your life. We live in a culture of complaint, and everyone is always looking for things to complain about. There's always someone or something to blame for every issue. People are quick to judge others and forget about their own actions. The culture of blame is so toxic and has taken over our society. The truth is, the more you blame, the longer it keeps you stuck at the place you blame. No one can take away your ability to take action and make a better life for yourself. It's easier and convenient to blame others, but it does nothing to improve your life in the long run. All it does is cost you the authority of being in charge of your own life. Be responsible for your actions and the outcomes. Taking responsibility gives you a sense of power over your life. Blaming your life on circumstances can only make you feel powerless. Now, here's a bonus tips. Stop worrying about the things you cannot change. You know, in every life we have some trouble, but when you worry, you make it double. Worry is a total waste of time. It doesn't change anything. All it does is steal your joy and keep you very busy doing nothing. Worry often gives a small thing a big shadow. Often the actual problem is small, but we overthink and worry about the consequences so much and blow it up. If we were to keep a record of all the things we worry about, we would discover that the great majority of our anticipated problems or troubles never ever came to pass. Every problem will have two sides to it, can be solved and cannot be solved. So, if you can solve the problem, then what's the need of worrying? If you cannot solve it, then what is the use of worrying? This global pandemic has taught us some big lessons. Many people have lost their loved ones, and my heart goes to all of them. What I've learned is, don't wait for things to get better to be happy. Life will always have ups and downs, and it will be out of our control most of the time. But what we can control is to choose our thoughts. You can choose to think and be happy right now. The true happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Don't postpone your happiness to a moment in the future. Don't wait till you have that house, car, money, relationship to be happy now. And when you are grateful and happy within, the things you wanted will start appearing in your reality. Make choosing happiness and gratitude your daily habit. And before you realize that, your life will be transformed to a much better place. Time to turn over a new page to experience marvelous change in your life. and look at happiness in your life from a different perspective. Thank you for listening, and I hope this episode inspires you. I look forward to see you in my next episode. Take care and keep safe, everyone. Sending you all love and light.